Duty Vanguard has the most brutal camo grind of all time. And I'm not talking about the nightmare-inducing atomic grind, I'm talking about something much, much worse. Dark Aether from Zombies.
A new chapter of warfare is about to begin.
To get this camo, you need to unlock Golden Viper on 31 weapons, each requiring at least 4 hours of efficient but completely mindless grinding. And that's for the good guns. The bad ones, they can take much longer. I've seen people say this whole camo grind takes literal months for even the most proficient Zombies players to complete. But is this grind actually that bad? And how long will it take me, a Zombies noob who has never loaded into a single match of Vanguard Zombies? Well, today I'm going to answer that question and unlock Golden Viper on the iconic MP40. And at the end of the video, I'll give the grind scores out of 10 for how difficult it is, how good each map in this game is, and I'll show exactly how long in real time this entire process took me. If you enjoy this video and want to see more Zombies content on this channel, then let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I reckon this needs to get to at least 2,000 likes for me to explore some other Zombies ideas I've been cooking up. But anyway, first things first, we need to see what camo challenges await us today. Surely they can't be that bad, right? We are here to look at some Zombies today and to get Golden Viper on the MP40. So let's just get that on. And I'm actually going to equip this random blueprint that I've got because it actually fits pretty well with the Zombies theme. Now, let's have a look at the camo challenges we need to be doing today. And I just want to start things off by saying I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing in Vanguard Zombies. I don't think I've loaded into a single round of Zombies on this game. As you can see with this gun, I've literally not made a single progress on any of these challenges. And I think this is the same for literally every single gun in the game. So I don't know any of the mechanics. I don't know the maps. I've got no idea what's going on. We need to get, okay, so let's look at the final tier, 4,000 eliminations. That sounds like a big number, but at the same time, I don't think that's going to take too long. You know, if you're killing, what, like 50 zombies per round in the later rounds, which is a number I've completely made up, then that's about 80 rounds and you'll have this challenge done, which actually, to be fair, does sound like quite a lot. We then need to get 800 critical kills, which is, I mean, less than half of what you had to do in Black Ops 6, right? That was like 2,000 critical kills per gun. So that seems like an okay number to me. We then need to get 4,000 Pack-a-Punched eliminations, which is the same as the first challenge. I guess we might not have our weapon Pack-a-Punched all the time because I imagine I'm probably going to go down a fair bit and have to reset. We then need to get 5 kills rapidly 50 times. That honestly sounds super easy. And then we need to get 2,000 eliminations as a result of an equipped Covenant, I'm guessing that says. I've got no idea what a Covenant is. That's not a term I've ever heard of before in Call of Duty. Obviously, I don't play Zombies, as you know, but I've got no idea what a Covenant is, so we'll try and figure that out as we go. I might have to Google this, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We then need to get 10 Boom Schreier eliminations, which is actually 100 Boom Schreier eliminations. Not a clue what they are. No idea how often we come across them. 100 is either not that bad or awful. Then we need to get 20 Sturmkrieger eliminations. Again, no idea what that word means by any stretch of the imagination, so we'll see if we come across any of these at any point. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. We then need to get 2,000 eliminations with 7 attachments equipped. Okay, that's obviously a null challenge. You know, that's gonna be super easy. And then 3 or more rapid critical kills 30 times. That sounds easy to me. I feel like I'm gonna be aiming for mostly critical kills, right? So that should be done nice and quick. And then we need to get 20 or more consecutive kills without getting hit 20 times. I see this one being annoying, but I feel like as long as I just actively work towards it as much as possible, then this should just get done, I'm gonna say, fairly easily. So there's only a few camo challenges in here that I'm concerned about because I don't know what they mean, and that's these 2. The rest is just a matter of time. How much time is obviously the entire point of this video. I have to say though, the Golden Viper preview looks awful. This does not look like a camo I remotely want. I don't think I've ever seen it in game, so I'm gonna wait to hopefully be pleasantly surprised. As far as the class setup goes, I'm actually gonna Google a class setup to use for the MP40 and Zombies because I don't really want to put myself at a disadvantage for no reason. But before I Google that class setup, what are these artifacts? I mean, I'm guessing this is just your field upgrade, right? A sword that boosts my damage. Ooh. Okay, we're going to start with the sword. Sounds good to me. Allegedly, this is the best MP40 Zombies class based on the only website I could find that gives any Zombies information for this game. So we'll see how this goes. And I think that's the class setup ready to go. I just saw the names of the preset loadouts here. Personally, I like the Revenant Eraser. Sounds like a very intimidating piece of stationery to me. But yeah, let me know what your favorite one of these names is because they are just silly. Anyway, let's get into our first match of Zombies. I don't know. Okay, there's only 4 maps. That's good. I'm going to play all of these today, and I will give them ratings at the end of the video for how good I think they are. Don't ask me what those ratings are going to be based off, just vibes, I guess. But yeah, let's get into our first game of Vanguard Zombies ever and see how this goes. Dark Destroyer, just like I'm on the chase. All right, what are we saying? Oh, we're just straight in. Wait, I mean, I guess I just want to headshot everything, right? Get those critical kills going. Look at me go. And there's 10 kills with primary weapons. Cool. That literally shows that I've never played zombies before right there. Getting that challenge coming in for literally 10 kills. Madness. Who is this? Sacrifice hearts for covenant abilities. Oh, okay. That's something we need to do for one of the camo challenges. Where do I get hearts from? What the fuck? Yeah, so is this zombies more like Outbreak from Cold War, where it was kind of round-based? You know, there's the one in the top right there, but it's also not round-based. Well, no, it is round-based. I don't know. It's open world. It's not like a small map. I don't know. Let's just go in here and see what happens.
Just kill anything that moves.
That is something I can do. Is this just like a really small zombies map where I've got to kill as many zombies as I can in the time? When do like rounds change? All I do know is I want $7,500 as quick as I can, or zombie dollars, because I want to get that Pack-a-Punch ASAP. So obviously that's a camo challenge we need to be working towards. Get 3 or more rapid kills 3 times. Wait, what? I've already done part of that challenge. Okay, yeah, that one's super easy. Nice. That's what we like to see. Literally. Aim for the head, happy days. Jackrabbit. Oh, we killed an enemy 20 times without taking damage. Nice. And it looks like this is a zombies with armor based on the bottom left interface down there. So we need to find some plates at some point. Blitz completed, returning to Stalingrad. Yeah. Sure, we did a thing. I know I'm only 3 minutes into the grind at this point, and I do have a timer going on in the background to obviously time this entire process, but this seems kind of fun. I don't like how slow this transition animation is, though. This is annoying. So that got me a heart just from doing that, because in the bottom left, you can see the hearts down there, right? So we can sacrifice a heart for a covenant ability. These have changed. I guess I want this one, which probably seems better for doing the camo challenges that I need to do. Perhaps, I don't know. So now we've got Harvest and Purge and Blitz again over there. So doing that Blitz like opened up that side of the map. This is honestly much more of a learning process than I was expecting. I thought this zombies was just round-based, and it was just on normal maps that you would expect for round-based zombies. Instead, that is not the case, so I have actually no idea what's going on right now. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, though. Also, I just realized in the top right, we're on round 2 now, so I guess every time I complete one of these, like, side quests, I guess is the best way to describe them, that increases the round, and it gets slightly harder each time. We're making some good progress. Challenges are coming in very quick. Things are happening. I'm not taking damage from zombies, so we're doing things. We've got our field upgrade available. I feel like I'm winning right now. All right, let's just do another blitz, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't really call that last event a blitz. There were like 8 zombies I had to kill, but whatever you say. What's this? Ooh, a perk, sleight of hand, or demonic frenzy, of course. This is a really cool like perk vending machine style. I really like that. It's like a demonic offering that, you know, you dip your head into or something. I don't know what the animation is, but I can imagine you dip your head into here, you take a swig, and then you suddenly have sleight of hand. That's really cool. Did people like enjoy the zombies in this game?
No.
Excluding the camo grind. I know I've seen a lot of comments saying that this camo grind was horrible, and obviously I'm sure I'm about to find out why soon enough. But did people actually enjoy just, you know, how the zombies in this game worked? Because I think it seems quite cool already. I do really need to Pack-a-Punch this gun as soon as possible. So that's priority number 1 right now. And we did it. Wait, do I just use that? Is that free? That didn't seem to cost anything, actually. Cool. Things are happening. We're making progress. So we've got another heart in the bottom left. Sacrifice heart for artifact upgrades. Okay, that's my field upgrade. So I don't really care about this. There's no camo challenges to use your field upgrade as far as I can remember. More Covenant abilities. I think we want as many of these as possible to maximize the chance of getting Covenant ability kills for the camo challenge. We'll go with Death Blow for no reason. Sounds okay to me.
No price I would not pay to protect France.
To protect France. Let's try Sacrifice. Don't know what this means. We'll give it a go. Oh, it's domination. What's going on? Do I have to kill this? No. I think I kill enemies near it. Yeah, so enemies affected by that, we just shoot, I'm guessing. And they're moving a lot quicker now. I don't like this. I'm guessing I want to kill them before they get to this or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And one of the worst things about, like, this game in general, at least the camo grind, whether it's multiplayer or zombies, is the fact we don't have cracked camo challenges on the pause menu. So I have no idea what my progress is like until we, like, get out of the game. Obviously, you see stuff popping up, but, you know, that doesn't really help. Wait, what? New objective found. Defend the siphon core. So we've got to go up to C, stop them capturing our flag. I don't know. Wait a minute. Is this the... Oh, I recognize this. This is from... Was it Black Ops 1 or was it even World at War? Was it back that far? The, was it Shi No Numa map? I remember playing that so much back in the day. Very cool. I love these, like, throwbacks throwbacks to old things. Because I myself am an old thing. Have I defended C? I really don't understand anything, really, that's going on. But we don't seem to have come across any, what are they called? Sturmkriegers or boom bots? I don't know what they're called. Whatever they are, we've not come across any of those things for those camera challenges. That I know of, anyway. Yep, camos. We completed it. Okay, that took quite a long time. It was fairly active, so maybe that's okay. And now we wait 20 minutes to get teleported back. Fun times. But we've got enough zombie dollars now to pack-a-punch our gun, so let's go do that. Do we just keep spending hearts? Ooh, legendary. I mean, I'm just going to pick it because it's legendary. Yes, please. Achievement. Go me. So let's pack-a-punch our gun. Level 1. Fiendish Fortune. Increase health. I mean, if these are free, why would I not just be taking them at all opportunities? Can I do it again? Oh, so now it costs money for, like, rank 2 in it. Interesting. What are you? A boom Schreier. I need to kill these. Aha. Okay, cool. So we have started that camera challenge then. Nice. You know what? I'm going to increase my health some more. So I'm not good at this, and I need as many, like, crutches as I possibly can. What is this? A chest. Why? Armor level 1. Ooh, nice, go me. And a ray gun? Yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm picking that up for the nostalgia. Get the inspect going. Shoot this bad boy. Oh, beautiful. And then back to the MP40 because that's all we really care about. So what, do I literally just go around to all of these perks across the map and just get it for free? What's the point of it being free? I kind of don't understand. What is this? It's something on the map. It's some sort of crystal-y thing. Oh, okay, you can just destroy it. Nice. We're making a lot of discoveries. Okay, yeah, so this is where we spend our, what's it called? Salvage, that's the one. So you can get a self-revive. Obviously, that's very useful. Can't afford it, though. We can upgrade our armor, potentially, and we can repair our armor here. But for now, let's do what appears to be the final, like, side quest or main quest. I don't really know. Activate the portal. But, like, this altar thing is really cool. I'm sticking to it. The aura of this game, and especially in zombies, is just cool. Sure, it's not normal round-based zombies, but this has me super intrigued. Oh, free thing. Diabolical damage increases crit damage. Yes, please. I feel like everything that I'm buying and doing, all the people who understand this remotely are cringing away and just laughing at my errors.
This sucks, man.
You're welcome. Oh, I need to deposit runestones. Oh, it's like kill confirmed. Or is it? Grind, that's the thing. Deposit them. Deposit. Kill the boom Scryer. I don't know. That's 10 of them done. That's 10% done already. Not too bad, actually. Deposit. What now? Is that it? Oh, we're on phase 2 out of 3. We've got to do it again. Okay, interesting. It's called a Sin Eater. Very strange. Go on then, have a gobble on my sins. Thank you. I think I just got 3 or more rapid kills 30 times done. Was that an entire camera challenge? No way, right? Is this like timed? Or is it just obviously the quicker I do it, the better, because then I can move on. Keep progressing the rounds, keep getting money. All right, did we do it? Yes, we did. Harvest completed, returning to Stalingrad. Cool. We got some good lighting on this Pack-a-Punch camo. Yes, we can. And it's slightly animated. That's pretty cool, actually. And we can exfil now. Why would I want to do that? What does exfil do? Wasn't it in the Cold War Outbreak, there was a way to, like, go to a new, almost hard mode version of the same zone you were in? Is that what exfil is? Or is that quit the game? Let's do a couple more of these quests. Try and Pack-a-Punch my gun again, and then, I don't know, go from there. Man, I wish there were tracked camos in this game. It'd be so nice to see what the progress is looking like. 'Cause it's kind of hard to read all the text popping up as you're killing zombies. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, where are we now? This is cool. I feel like I'm yapping a lot right now at the beginning whilst I'm learning everything about this game, but the way the maps look in this really gives me zombies vibes, which obviously is the point of zombies, but, you know, you compare this to Black Ops 6, which is like all bright maps and, I don't know, just kind of almost untouched environments in a way. I'm probably making things up here because I haven't played much Black Ops 6 zombies at all. Whereas if you compare it to, you know, this map, it just feels like a zombie apocalypse, right? You know, there's just a random corpse hanging from a tree. Everything's on fire. There's zombies who look like zombies. Wait, what the? Hold on. There's a guy shooting back at me. What does this mean? Who are you? Are you a thing I need to kill? A Sturmkrieger. Yes, I need to kill these guys. Okay, cool. I'm guessing I've got to kill it with the MP40. But obviously I can weaken it. There we go, beautiful. So we needed to kill, what, 20 of those, was it? So many camos just popping up constantly. It's insane. There's a jackrabbit, though. We know we need those. Those ones are difficult. Oh, another Sturmkrieger. What? I mean, that's 10% of the Sturmkriegers done. Now. Like, that's not that bad. And another Sturmkrieger whilst we have insta-kill. Thank you. Rubberventress. You know, that camo. This camo grind's easy. I don't know what anyone's talking about. This doesn't seem to be a problem at all, but Blitz completed. That was kind of fun. You know what? I am enjoying this variety of side quests and mini quests that you've got to do, rather than just the good old opening doors and progressing around the map, finding a place to camp, maybe doing the Easter egg if you're a cool zombies kid, which I am not. This just gives me like a sense of purpose and variety. It's not just a Sturmkrieger on the map. Not anymore. All right, let's Pack-a-Punch our gun to level 2. Get a new camo, an icy looking boy. Dealing 1,000 damage per hit right now. Seems pretty good. We get an inspect on that. Yeah, solid. Nice. Maybe spend some hearts. Do much more damage when shooting while stationary. Yes, please. Let's upgrade our armor. Beautiful. And then we'll go do a sacrifice. I don't know what happens if I fail one of these objectives, though. Do I, like, die? Because that would suck. But we're on round 6. A number I'm sure no one has ever seen before. Pretty big number, I know. But we're off to Hotel Royale. I know this map from the multiplayer. I will say this is probably my least favorite of the side quest things. It seems quite difficult on your own. Or maybe the enemies just, like, focus on attacking one at a time? Perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, maybe they just go to the one that's on the left there. It says B right now, so I'm guessing they only go to B. That's 320 critical kills, which is almost half the crits done already. Like, what? That's well quick. Wait, who are you? Cinderella the Deceiver? What is happening? Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm panicking now. I don't want to fight Cinderella. The visual recoil is insane. All right, we killed her. I don't know where to get ammo from. We're almost out. There's some up here. That's convenient. Thank you. 2,500. What a ripoff. I don't know how much ammo costs in real life, but I feel like 2,500 for, what, 500 rounds? It seems like a lot of money. And that's 10% of the eliminations done. Definitely seems like the eliminations are the bottleneck challenge on this grind. But maybe they were designed to be that way, because obviously I'm starting this like grind with this weapon at max level, whereas I'm guessing the challenges were designed to be completed as you leveled the gun. So potentially, you know, you'd finish that 4,000 kills as you finish the last camo challenge. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, what now? Can't upgrade my Pack-a-Punch anymore. What was this? Oh yeah, upgrading my build upgrade, which I'm yet to use. Void, is that something we've not done yet? Let's go give it a go. Who's this on the right now? Another mobile game character looking fella. All right, they're making a big deal of this portal. Let's see where it takes us. What's this? Okay, well, I can't damage it. It just says survive on the left, so I guess I'll stick with that for now. Can I do anything with this yet? No, we need 30,000. Okay. Maybe this is where I need to use my field upgrade. Oh my god, what's happening? Alright, she's dead. Nice. Sturmkrieger, down. Now. Ooh, monkey bombs, they're good. The world grows harder. Oh, right, so that was, yeah, that's like a new world reset kind of thing? Maybe? I don't know. Question mark? There is a chance it says the world grows harder every time I complete one of these, and I've just not noticed till now, though.
Are you blind, man?
Oh, what the? What? Huh? Ow, 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 ow. I'm 1 HP. No, I don't want to go down. Oh my god, what is happening? The world grows harder again. What do you mean? Did we do it? What's happening? Yes, I'm still alive. I don't want to be hit harder. I'm not into that. Like, why do these... What are these doing? Maybe let's go investigate where those red beams are taking us to. This thing. Still hitting zeros. I don't understand. God, this is intense. Blue Racer. Carnage. Cool. Words I can read but don't understand. Sums up zombies. The world grows harder again. What do you mean? But now there's a portal out. Okay, right. So is a void just like increased difficulty of world by 3? Is that what this means? Survive or flee? I mean, I'm going to flee for now, but I don't know if that's the correct decision. What the fuck? This is so cool. That's half the Sturmkriegers done, and 30 Boomschreiers. Apologies to any Germans watching this for butchering your language. Oh my god, 2 Sturmkriegers on me at once.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Good for camos, terrible for my heart. Can we do anything from this? Oh, another legendary thing. Do much more damage when shooting while stationary. And for a short time after I start moving. Okay, yes please. I'm really enjoying this system. It's like got a roguelike element to it, and it's pretty fun. I am feeling a bit lost though. I don't really know what I'm doing. We can just about afford Pack-a-Punch 3 as well, so let's absolutely do that. Check out the new camo. Purple looking fella. I can't really see it, but yeah, we'll go with it. Looks cool. And I'm going to try this last side quest here, see what happens. Maybe we'll exfil at some point soon, check out our camo progress, see what's going on, and then maybe try a new map potentially. I don't know. At the same time, I don't want to leave this map too early before anything like gets good. I imagine there's something cool that could be about to happen if we keep going, but I have no idea.
There's nothing.
Thank you, son.
gone down for the first time. All right, get me up. What do we lose? I don't even know. We lost like some perk upgrades, I think. Ow, 1 HP. This has suddenly got really difficult. Oh my god, we did it. Whew, that was intense. I am absolutely melting the zombies now, though. Like, I really kind of don't want to reset because I'm going to lose all of this progress. I don't know. So I decided to do another blitz activity where nothing much really happened apart from one close call to going down. I then saw there was a new purge activity where you basically just have to stand in a small ring for about 5 seconds and repeat that 10 times. I imagine this activity gets fairly difficult in the higher rounds when there's more normal and elite zombies and it's a bit more chaotic, but at round 12 this was trivial. It was nice to still be seeing new activities to complete though, as this variety was keeping things interesting still. I also decided to spend 7,500 zombie dollars to get the Juggernaut 4 upgrade, and I really want to emphasize just how cool I think the perk altars look in this game. The lighting on them is just sick. I mean, come on, look at all that red for Juggernaut and all that green for Sleight of Hand. I was starting to get a bit lost for what to do now though, so I randomly decided to do another sacrifice activity where I unlocked a few more camos and another random achievement. Wow. And things were going smoothly until I noticed I was defending the wrong pillar. Oh no, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail. No, 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 I lost track. No, we lost C. Does that mean I fail? Oh, it's fine. Defend the next one. Right, okay. If you only fail by losing all 3, then this is incredibly easy and there's basically no consequence. That was kind of disappointing as it instantly felt like there's not much at stake for the objectives. Again, though, maybe in higher rounds, protecting the pillars becomes more difficult and therefore more engaging. I don't know. After this discovery, I then went and explored the map to try and figure out if I was missing something in terms of progressing the main quest / Easter egg storyline, but couldn't find anything. I then stumbled across a new activity where you follow a floating head around for a little bit. Again, this was a pretty basic activity, but I guess it was still nice to be finding variety in the tasks. While aimlessly following the head around, I also finished one of the camo challenge categories that I thought was going to be fairly difficult, but I guess it turns out getting 800 crits when you're going for 4,000 kills is, yeah, pretty easy. Completing the floating head activity got me to round 15, but there was still nothing interesting happening in terms of the main quest, so I decided to do one more activity just in case round 16 was a trigger for something to happen.
I can take us to the so-called troops, but we must find the point of departure.
Now, I'm sure this NPC voice line is hinting for me to do something that I imagine is incredibly obvious for anyone who knows what it means.
Bickering gets us nowhere.
Let's get back to work, my allies.
However, I have 0 ball knowledge and had got 1,000 eliminations by this point, which was a quarter of what I needed for the longest camo challenge. So I felt ready to try a new map and began the exfil process. I'm going to exfil. Maybe I'll regret this, but I want to try a different map. Kill 52 zombies. Interesting. Oh, that's a cool calling card. And I'm hoping there's like different special monsters on the other maps, which I guess might actually make the camo challenge impossible to complete with killing the special enemies, if there aren't any Boom Kriegers or Sturm Gunners, whatever they were called. What do you mean escape into the portal? What portal? Oh, look at that. The white light. Get me out of here. Beautiful stuff. 900 critical kills. So we did the entire critical kill challenge in one, like, deployment. I don't know. So where does that put us with our camo challenges? That is obviously the ultimate question that's at hand right now. So, pack tactics, 2 out of 10. That's not what I want to see. But we are a quarter of the way through. Okay, that's not too bad then. Surgical has completed. That was the critical kills, as we know. Let's get rid of all these green dots, actually. Predatory Ambition. That one does lag behind a little bit from the normal eliminations, but not by too much, so that's okay. Reptilian was the rapid kills. Literally done already, so easy. Deadeye, 3 out of 10. 2,000 eliminations as a result of an equipped covenant. I don't really know what this one means still, but we're at 600 out of 2,000, so I don't need to worry about it just yet. I'm guessing as long as I pick the covenants that increase like my weapon damage or stuff like that, then it should be fine, right? And then Berserker is the Boom Schreier elimination, 63 out of 100. That's absolutely fine. This is the Sturmkrieger eliminations is done. Nice. And that camo is actually kind of cool. I'm going to put it on. Kills with 7 attachments equipped. I don't know what the point of this camo challenge is. It's super easy, but yep, that's 1,000 out of 2,000 done. Mind Games is completed, which was the 3 or more rapid kills. Nice. And then Death Artist was the kills, well, the 20 kills without taking damage in a row. We've done 15 out of 20. Super easy. Quite a cool camo at the end of this, actually. But yeah, let's try map number 2. And I guess I'll show you you anything cool that we find out in that? Because I feel like we're already at the point of this grind where it's essentially just kills. But whatever, I'll go poke around this new map and see what happens. Also going to change my artifact field upgrade thing to the Ether Shroud. It's just a get out of jail free card. Seems pretty good. Didn't use the Ring of Fire for anything really, so yeah, we'll go with the good one. Yeah, just looking at the description of that first map we just played, it seems like there was a lot more story to it. I don't know if I was supposed to just keep doing those quests until other things happened or not, but I do just want to try a different map now. So Terra Maledicta, a battleground where universes collide. Escaping Stalingrad was only the start. Yeah, I feel like we were supposed to have escaped that first map, but whatever. Let's go, map number 2. Sorry for the interruption, but I just wanted to point out that almost 85% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. If you've been enjoying this video or any of my other ones, it would be great if you could hit that subscribe button. It really does help a lot. I know like half of you guys watch on TV, so it is a bit annoying to click subscribe, but if any of you do go to that effort, it would seriously be appreciated. Also, I've got the lofty goal of hitting 50,000 subscribers by the time Modern Warfare 4 comes out in October, so if you could help me achieve that, it would mean the world to me. Anyway, back to the video. Ooh, okay. Interesting looking map. It's some sort of oasis. Still seems to be the same, like, side quests, though, so that's a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. So I guess back to the grind we go. Start with a sacrifice. A perk, nice. I don't really understand why you can just get, like, the tier 1 of each perk for free. Surely that defeats the point, because you can also just go get them from the starting map, can't you? So you essentially just have it for free by default. Just requires a little bit of admin to acquire it, which is just annoying. And obviously the problem with restarting the match is that my kills per hour is going to have dropped quite significantly, and all we really care about is kills per hour, because that's the longest camo challenge. So I got to work completing the first sacrifice activity, followed by a blitz where I got a little bit distracted. This part of the map we've been teleported to is pretty cool, though. Like, it's just an absolutely monumental, I don't know, government kind of building. Fascinating architecture, if I do say so myself. But a round 2 blitz doesn't exactly require much attention, so I got it done with no issues, slowly working my way towards Pack-a-Punch level 1 to make sure I could at least start progressing that challenge. While poking around the starting zone, I completed the final 20 kills without taking damage challenge, which, to be honest, I was expecting to be more of a, well, challenge. I was also piecing together how the starting zone actually evolves as you complete activities. Okay, so I can't get to Sleight of Hand yet. I've got to do a few more quests before, like, this area of the map opens up. Interesting. Okay. Through fumbling around and being incredibly inefficient, I had managed to cobble together enough zombie dollars to get my first Pack-a-Punch tier, which was a welcome upgrade, and the camo was actually kind of cool and definitely fit the aesthetic of this oasis paradise we found ourselves in. Well, I say that. The next stand on 10 different naughty steps activity had taken me to some random parallel universe, and I really don't understand what's going on here. I'm sure the setting of this new map and the fact we are now traveling across dimensions makes sense to someone who actually knows the lore of the game, but I really didn't understand what was going on now, and felt like the zombies theming had suddenly departed from the believable setting of a dilapidated German wasteland, where I actually felt like I was in the midst of a zombie outbreak. Also, why are there portals that just take you to each activity when the locations for most of them are literally just round the corner from where you started? Again, I really wish I understood the lore side of what was going on, and I honestly did try to figure out how to engage with the questline on map 1, but there was just nothing at all obvious to a zombies noob like me, so I had absolutely no idea why I was now where I was. Anyway, I soon enough found out that the special zombies on this map were in fact the same as the first map, which was obviously great from a camo challenge perspective, but was honestly disappointing that this map didn't really have its own true identity outside of just being in a different setting. The only unique thing about this map was the Pack-a-Punch camos at least, and the second and third ones were surprisingly nice actually. And you know what? Let me know your opinion on which map in this game has the best set of Pack-a-Punch camos once you've seen them all in this video. I'll let you know my favorite as well later on. But let's move on, because outside of getting confused by this random red door that seemed significant but had no obvious way to interact with it, and a few other distractions, this guy has not had a good day, has he? He has become crystals. Oh dear. Oh my god, somebody's hand is just floating. What does it mean? Try out this newly upgraded field upgrade. Oh my god, look how fast I'm running. What is the need for this? Nothing of interest happened for the rest of the deployment, and I really want you to see the next map as soon as possible, because it was not what I was expecting at all based on what I'd seen so far. And that's map number 2 completed. Let me quickly show you the progress that we made on the camo challenges. And let's try map number 3, Shi No Numa, the Swamp of Death. Build the wonder weapon, find the relic, and expose the hidden horror of Cortifex's past. I'm sure I will do none of that in this deployment. Okay, so we are literally starting in the Shi No Numa building that was already in a map we've seen so far. I do like how, you know, the first thing... Oh, there are actual doors. Wait, is this An actual round-based zombies map? Wait, what is going on? This game has me so confused. I'm guessing this initial bit is just a kind of a throwback, a callback, if you will, to the Shi No Numa map originally, where we're going to have to earn, yeah, like just literally kill the zombies on this round one, which I'm guessing stays at round one because of how like the mechanics of this outbreak style of zombies works. So then we got to unlock these doors by earning these points, decide which way we want to go, mystery box or not mystery box, and then the map begins. Oh no, it just goes to round two. Wait, what? I'm definitely enjoying how this map is significantly different to the other zombies maps so far. Like, the first one was cool. The second one was a bit, well, it was just the same as the first one, but a vaguely different setting. Well, quite a different setting, but same monsters and everything, same enemies. Whereas this is like completely different. It's not just spawn into the initial location. We're actually buying doors and stuff. So I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far from this map. So we can open this door. I'm going to go for this one because it takes us to the Pack-a-Punch, I think, and whatever you call this, an altar. Okay, so this is another door. And we just earned a heart for completing a round. What? If this is just pure round-based, that's cool. At least there's that option in this game. And I like a game with options, you know. I'm sure some people loved the Outbreak-style zombie stuff that I probably didn't experience properly.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
And I know that a lot of people do love classic round-based zombies, so yeah. Having a mix of modes in a game, what more could you ask for? Oh man, yeah, I remember running through the water on the original Shi No Numa. That was scary, right? It slowed you down, didn't it? Right, let's open this door. But yeah, this is just a much more, like, classic zombies aesthetic map. A spooky swamp, you feel very isolated, very alone, very far away from civilization. So I am very much enjoying how this is going. And here's another door, but it's not like a quest objective. And I think this Deadeye Covenant is a good one for the camo challenge because you need to be killing enemies who are affected by your Covenant, and this basically gives you more crit damage on your first crit on an enemy. So I'm guessing every time I get an insta-kill headshot, these are counting towards the like Covenant kills camo challenge. Then again, I could be completely wrong because I have literally no idea what's going on, and there's no track challenges, so I can't like test any of these theories. But I don't seem to be getting one of these sacrificial hearts for every round I complete, which makes me concerned that I need to be doing something to this pedestal that I haven't figured out yet. Oh, it's dog time. Okay.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Although it's the Boom Schreiers, not dog. Okay. Man, the dogs were just iconic. So scary back in the day. Maybe it's because I was like 14 years old. Maybe it's because they're actually scary. We don't know. Oh, it's 5,000 for Pack-a-Punch here. Oh my God, maximum physics. Why is there a generator here? It's not like I turned on the electricity. It is cool playing like an original zombies map in the kind of reimagined modern zombies. I do like that. Let's try opening some more doors. Random perk machine? Is this a trap as well? Yes, the traps. Oh man, I remember those. Boost regen speed? Yeah, not what I wanted. This has got me wondering whether the final zombies map on this game is going to be round-based like this or outbreak-based like the other two maps. Find out soon when we finish our run here. Oh yeah, the zip line. Oh my God, I remember so much. All the memories are flooding back. Open the door. And now we're back to the Pack-a-Punch machine. Okay. Right. Do you see that incredibly obvious orange glowing disc? Yeah, you can't really miss it, can you? Well, apparently I could. Lots of times. For some reason, I was so transfixed by the idea that this pedestal was of high importance. I still don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this pedestal. Definitely something. No idea what, though, which has me really sad, I'm not gonna lie. That I missed the blatant hint that was right before my eyes. There's got to be a life lesson in there somewhere. I do notice the disc eventually, by the way, just not for an embarrassingly long time. Oh, wait. Oh my God, we found it. It's glowing orange. There we go. If it's been glowing orange this whole time, and I've walked past it like 1,000 times and just been that blind, then obviously that's on me. Anyway, let's carry on. With this huge questline breakthrough, I was determined to find some more pieces of the puzzle, especially now I knew they were so clearly highlighted and only an idiot would miss them. So I got on my way, killing zombies, upgrading perks, getting camos. This one was for only half the Pack-a-Punch kills, by the way. Jesus, this challenge has taken a long time. I got the Pack-a-Punch 2 upgrade and the camo that comes with it. Looks very similar to the first one, but slightly upgraded, I guess. And while we're here, this is the Pack-a-Punch 3 camo as well. Progress then continued with another camo unlock, but in the moment, it's really hard to know what these camos are actually for because it doesn't directly tell you with the camo pop-up. The challenge pops up before the camo itself, and when you're being bombarded with text basically non-stop, it's easy to tune out everything that isn't the pretty pattern in the square. Like, just look at this clip. Nothing but meaningless pop-ups, then a random challenge in disguise at the end. After deciding to finally leave the pedestal alone, I went and explored the rest of the map and managed to find not one, oh, I found another disc, not two, oh, look what I found, but 3 more pieces of what turned out to be how you build the Wunderwaffe Wonder Weapon. Oh, that's a tiny little one there, but we found it. I then came across this workbench with the Wunderwaffe plans on it and received an audio clue that I needed to see where the wire went. But after a lot of poking around, I couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go and eventually gave up after a few rounds of trying to figure it out. I did at least manage to finish off the Covenant Kills camo challenge during this time and then extracted. I'm not gonna lie though, piecing together the initial steps of the questline for this map may have ignited a feeling inside of me that I wasn't aware of, and kinda has me intrigued about potentially doing some zombies Easter egg stuff, maybe on a more well-regarded zombies game, like Black Ops 3. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. I digress though. That was map 3 done. Beautiful. And the progress was looking pretty solid. Just a few kills left normally and while Pack-a-Punched with 1 map left to explore. Don't worry, I'll keep it super quick because I feel like this video is gonna be pretty long and just killing zombies is hardly an entertaining way to finish. And on to the 4th and final map of Vanguard Zombies, the Archon. From a cursed desert battlefield to the heart of the Dark Aether, past the trials, confront the construct and defeat the Archon in the epic conclusion of Vanguard Zombies. Once again, I highly doubt we will see this epic conclusion as I stumble my way through doing none of the Easter egg / storyline missions. But the real question is this map gonna be another round-based one or is it gonna be back to the Outbreak style? My guess is Outbreak again. Well, if you guessed Outbreak style, then you are wrong, because the 4th and final map was in fact another round-based one. However, it was literally just the 2nd map, Terra Maledicta, reused with a slightly different filter over the top. The quest for this map now seemed to involve some weird zombie ghosts, and I actually had to rebuild the Pack-a-Punch machine from, obviously, ghost parts for whatever reason. I will say though, I do kind of like having a bit of a setup stage on a zombies map where you unlock the different areas and complete a couple of tasks to actually access the Pack-a-Punch machine or power or perks or whatever. Obviously the bad side of this is that I have to spend more zombie dollars on opening doors, which means it takes longer to get my weapon Pack-a-Punched to then continue progressing that camo challenge. But anyway, after building the Pack-a-Punch machine, there was a cutscene where this bad guy was saying some words and opened a portal to the Dark Aether. Now this makes more sense to me that there's a portal to this other dimension, at least compared to earlier on Terra Maledicta, where we were just arbitrarily jumping between dimensions whilst doing random tasks. I then Pack-a-Punched my gun and sadly found out the Pack-a-Punch camos on this map were a direct copy-paste from the original Oasis map, so here's the 3 different tiers as a reminder. Personally, I will say this set of Pack-a-Punch camos is my favorite out of all the maps on this game, specifically this red one, which is the tier 2 camo. In the red portal, the big bad fella said some more words in front of an ominous rock and then sent me back to the original dimension where there were now some monoliths in the map. Some fairly unhelpful voice lines were clearly trying to guide me for what I needed to do with them, but I couldn't even hear them properly over the gunfire and constant fighting of zombies. This was a problem because I never figured out what I needed to do with these 3 monoliths, and the portal back to the Dark Aether was closed, I imagine, until I figured out how to appease these monoliths. By the way, the visual indication of the portal being closed was a little too on the nose for me. I mean, come on, what do you mean there's chains on a portal? How does that even work? And that's as far as I got in terms of map progression on the Archon. So after a fair bit of grinding, the final kills camo came in, and then after some more extensive zombie massacring, the final Pack-a-Punch kills camo challenge, and therefore Golden Viper was achieved. Oh, there it is. Challenge completed. 4,000 zombie eliminations whilst Pack-a-Punched. Oh my god, we finally got there. Has the camo even come in yet? Nope, there it is. Ablution unlocked and Golden Viper. There we go. We got there. Oh my god. Right, let me pause the game so I can pause the timer. Let's go inspect these camos. I'm not even going to exfil because there's literally no benefit to doing so. So yeah, let's get into a private game and see how, well, the Golden Viper looks. Oh boy, and here we are on Red Star. I figured this was like the closest multiplayer map we could get to a zombies one, because this is literally the setting for that first Outbreak style Anfang zombies map. So yeah, we're inspecting the first ever Viper's Golden Viper on this account. Let's see what it looks like. Absolutely nothing like the preview that is in the menu. menus. Like, what? That kind of goes hard, actually. I'm trying to find the perfect lighting for it, but yeah. Okay, it's an orange. It's a poo brownie orange in the menus, but in-game it's red. I don't mind that at all. Okay, cool. I mean, that was actually... This is actually a much better camo than I was expecting, so we'll take that all day long. But in terms of answering the questions that we set out to in this video, we will start with my rankings for the maps. So, Anfang, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. The Outbreak style was pretty repetitive, but the setting was cool. It definitely resonated well with the theme of the game being World War II set, and, you know, the callbacks to where the zombies mode originated from was nice to see. As for Terra Maledicta, I'm giving that map a 1 out of 10. There's really nothing I enjoyed about it. It was a boring setting in the base, and the weird cross-universe stuff was just, yeah, strange. Shi No Numa is an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Very good map with potential for a higher score if I could actually figure out the Easter egg and story stuff on that map. I really enjoyed it. It's a very cool setting. Classic, scary zombies feel, as though you're one of the last remaining humans in the apocalypse. It was awesome to play an old map with modern mechanics, but at the same time, the modern mechanics didn't, like, become overbearing over just what is the core zombies experience. Would have been more interesting if there were a few more steps to turn the power of a Pack-a-Punch, but I don't know. I struggled enough trying to figure out things as it is. And then finally, the Archon, I'm going to give a 3 out of 10. Obviously, it's set on that boring Oasis map, but the fact it was round-based made me appreciate the kind of zone that you were in a bit more, because you actually took it in and had to use the space more than the Outbreak stuff where you just beeline between activities. I also liked how the quest stuff on the Archon was a bit more obvious on the map, but saying that, I couldn't figure out anything that I was supposed to do once I got past the initial heavily guided steps, so there is that. And whilst I liked the map being round-based, I do think you have a bit too much space to play with on that map, so I never really felt like I was in any danger at all. And for me, what makes a good zombies map is that feeling of claustrophobia and the stress of having to make the best of a small space, which feels ever increasingly smaller as more and more zombies try to overwhelm you. So those are my map rankings. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But in terms of scoring this grind out of 10, which is the next question we set out to answer, I'm going to say the grind isn't too bad, but I can imagine getting all of these kills on the various weapons you need to complete would get just a little repetitive. Overall, though, it's a very easy camo grind in terms of the actual difficulty of the camo challenges, at least on this weapon. You know, I'm not good at zombies, and I didn't actually fully die once or fail any activities a single time, so I think a difficulty of 2 out of 10 for the challenges is fair, where the higher the score, the harder the grind is. However, I would actually give this grind a score of more like an 8 out of 10 for the mental endurance, as I could only imagine how boring it would get doing those same tasks again and again against the same enemies on the same 4 maps over and over until you slowly lose your mind and sense of purpose as a finite being in an infinite universe. I also imagine doing this grind fully would be very difficult when you get to some of the bad weapons like launchers and probably the melees, maybe even the pistols. So yeah, we'll just stick with an 8 out of 10 and you can't stop me. Now, the big question is, how long did this grind take? Honestly, it easily felt like 6 or 7 hours, and that was not deliberate. Just don't, okay? It felt like it took a long time. So let's find out exactly how long this grind took from start to finish. 4 hours, 26:43. I mean, that's a long time just mindlessly killing zombies, but apparently significantly quicker than it felt, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And to be fair, I probably could have done it a decent amount quicker by not resetting my map so often, and I probably would have just stuck in the round-based maps, as they definitely seemed way better for zombie kills per hour once you got to like round 20 upwards. And that covers everything. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more zombies content, then make sure you like this video and leave a comment to let me know. And if you've got time for another one of my videos, then YouTube has recommended one on screen for you right now. The algorithm is pretty damn smart, so go check it out and hopefully you'll enjoy it.